Hey everybody, welcome to another game stream. We're playing some more Destiny. DMGRGen on Twitch, Spider Does Things on YouTube, LTATM.net. Let's talk about the madness. And please watch for at least 5 minutes. Give me a chance before you turn away. Because the longer you watch, the closest things will be for monetization. And I would really appreciate that if you help me do that. I've got plenty of subscribers. And if all of you just watched for, you know, for an hour a week, then I think we could do this. If every one of my subscribers watched for an hour a week, which is one of my gaming videos, you watch one of my gaming videos start to finish, we'll be monetized by the end of the month. Facts. Facts. Actual factual. But anyway, we're playing some Destiny. We're the Warlock. We're going to be on Mars. We're playing through on Mars right now. We're playing through on Mars. Hey, there's a bunch of people. How's everybody doing? It's the Deadpool head. The Deadpool head is here. He's finally here. He's been slacking. He's been not here. He's been AWOL somewhere. Probably working. I get it. Improving yourself. Don't let me guilt trip you on anything. I'll still do it, but I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You got stuff to do in your life. Alright, I did that. Now I gotta do one of the 17 missions. That one. Or that one. Let's do this one. Let's explore what remains, huh? That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, don't let me guilt trip you. I'm just bugging you. I'm just bugging you. You're improving your faculties, improving your mind. That's an admirable thing to do. God, you don't need me to be telling you better watch me play these dumb games. Bleh. You better be here. No, you do what you want. You can watch me play these dumb games, though. Nobody's stopping you.
The Cabal could have leveled that entire city. If they haven't brought it down yet, they must have found something valuable. We should track them, see what they're after.
Well, I have all kinds of secret knowledge already. I mean, most of it's only useful to me, because that's the thing about learning secret things. A lot of it is really only useful to you in the moment, and for your own growth. Secret things aren't useful for every single person.
I've got something. Inside Building 5.
Got him. Alternate reality game. Yeah, I know what that is. I was a part of one of those, actually. Not like a real integral part, but, you know, I did some things. I have, some items from one. And I was listed as part of an official, like, person on something. I don't remember where it was. I was missing or something like that. I don't remember what it was. Nine Inch Nails had an ARG for an album they were promoting about a dystopian future, which is, you know, typical. And
There's an active feed back to their base here. Let me listen.
You had to do clues and things like that. And you could unlock tracks, you could unlock stuff, and I'm not trying to fight this thing. Is there anybody else around? Because I'm not going to fight anything by myself. It would take too long. That's an optional encounter. You can get some good stuff fighting that kind of thing, but you have a limited time, and I don't have the firepower on my own. They're designed for groups of people. You would need at least 2 people.
Let's check it out.
Look out, cat. Don't be on my phone, please. Alright, off we go. Yeah, I don't have that kind of time for those things now, so...
Clovis Bray,
But,
Center for Scientific Advancement.
I know I had some fun with the one.
AI development, research on the Traveler. This place could be a gold mine.
Could be, but maybe it's not. Gold mine. Maybe it's a gold yours. Coming around to try to get me, huh? Shoot you in the face. Excuse me. Can you be dead, please? Thank you. There we go. No. It was designed to promote the album. It wasn't, it wasn't designed to do anything else. It did help get people involved in some politics stuff at the time, I guess, but, you know, I wasn't really into that part. I was just in it for the story and to get some new music. But it was the first one of those that I ever did. And then I remember there was one for the Christian Bale Batman movies. It was for the Dark Knight because it was about the Joker. But it didn't take place anywhere near me. It took place like in Los Angeles or something like that. You had to go to locations and find these Joker cakes and stuff. So I know of them. I still have a bunch of stuff from the one that I did do stuff with. I've got like patches and I've got buttons and a big old booklet. Dog tags with my with a name I was using on a forum at the time that got roped into it. Yeah, I don't, I'm not that altruistic these days. I'm not gonna down you for doing that, though. I'm not gonna say that you're wasting your time or anything, because who knows? You might change some people's minds, but I know the more I tried to talk to people about stuff, the less anybody actually gave a shit. So, So I figured I'd just keep it to myself at that point. Oh, you're gonna hit me. There we go. You are gonna get hit yourself, scumbag. There we go. Yeah, I'm not in my save the world phase no more. Maybe that's just a thing people do when they're younger, and since you're younger than me, maybe that's your spot for it. Because, I don't worry about that. Got him. Oh, you coming for me, huh? Brachus. You got Brachused. Don't be charging at me like that. It's not nice. Gotcha.
This machine, it's still active. Let me analyze it.
Alright, let's have you analyze it. There we go.
This AI once connected to the war mind of Mars.
And now it's controlled by Rasputin. My nose. Come on, itchy nose.
I can't get in, and neither did the Cabal. He's everywhere now.
And he's still not particularly helpful either. He just kind of is there in the system. Rogue military AI just doing the thing. I'm super cynical about things. I'm kind of like, everything's screwed, so whatever. Who cares? I'm gonna do this. Next mission. Most of that's just an age thing. As you get older, you get more kind of like, screw everything. Some people don't. Some people get all real hopeful, and sometimes they accomplish things, and sometimes they don't. But
Mars could soon be worse than Venus.
I don't worry about it.
Where they're coming from. Look out. We need to track down a conflux like we saw on Venus. There's reports of one not too far from here.
Oh, here's a group thing. You know what? I don't often do the group activities, but let's do this. Come on, guys.
All right, here we go.
You have to defend this against enemies for a certain amount of time. The more people over here to do it, then the more, the faster it'll go. Didn't see him sneaking up behind me, did I? Get some heavy ammo. That's cool. He seems to be doing more damage than I am, which is weird, but that happens sometimes.
Seems to be working. Keep it up.
But you know what? Maybe he's got some kind of really good build. It's hard to say. Oh. Is that right over there, huh? Oh, just about killed myself. Don't do that. No, I look like a doofus. Which is no different from most days.
Don't give up.
What you doing, man? Get out of here. Gotcha.
Almost got us.
Man, they thought they were gonna be real sneaky with that. That other guy just was like, nope, not doing it. I'm out of here.
Great work.
And they're just gonna run away back into the cave. Make sure I get the heavy ammo and stuff. Get all the rest of the ammo here. Go around the field, make sure nothing's missing. What are you doing? Where'd you come from? Anyway. Here we go.
Once we find out where the Vex are coming from, cut them off, or it's only a matter of time before Mars becomes one of their machines.
Gotta go over here. A little hill.
There's the conflux.
There's the thing that you said. Got him. Alright.
This is part of an even bigger surge, coming from below the buried city. We better check it out.
Well, yeah. Check it out, flower. Okay, this way we go. Hey, snipey, no sniping. Sniper, no sniping. Sniper, no sniping. Oh, man. Nothing happens in this little area. Like, there's whole chunks of map where there's just nothing that happens. Nobody attacks you, nobody does anything. And then there's areas where it's just constant battle all the time. Like, I don't know. They could have done so much better with this. Too far. Don't be sniping me. Come on, man. Don't like it. Oh, you're getting in my face now. You think you're some kind of tough guy. You're not. Gotcha. Give me your energy. Okay. This is gonna be a bit tough. Forget sometimes how tough some of this stuff can be. On the upper difficulty. It's all dark and stuff.
Looks like it's going to be dark in here for a while. Just aim
Yep.
for the eye, you see.
Sure. Would you kindly just be dead here? Thank you. Yeah, excuse you. Coming through. Gotcha. Gotcha. Who's next over here, huh? Oh, they got a big thing up there. Forgot about that. Let's get rid of all you guys. Oh, we got some snipey snipes, huh? Oh, he's really big. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you guys, huh? Hey, let's do a bunch of that, huh? Gotcha. Nice. Alright. Leftovers. Gotcha. Down through the tunnels, fighting the fight. Sniper, no sniping. I'm trying to kill your boys here, do you mind? Huh? There we go. Nah, he didn't mind. My aim is about as good as usual, which is not to say that it's all that good at all.
have transfer gates down here. Shut them down.
Gotcha. You don't want to be messing with me. Hey, tell you what. If you're nice to me, I'll give you a peanut butter and jelly sandwich after I'm done with your mom. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, inappropriate. Keep that stuff to yourself, please. Listen, bucko.
More gates. Up
You're
ahead.
not being very nice to me. They are still. I mean, this is... The thing about it is, like... You get enough enemies and you stay out in the thick of it, and they will overwhelm you. On even the lower difficulty. Like, I'm on the current highest difficulty that the game will allow you to play this level on. But I'm also super familiar with the combat system. So... I know, I can keep an eye on my health and shields and everything, and I know when I should probably just back off and not go anywhere near anything. Sometimes that doesn't help, because sometimes they'll be real fast and they'll just chase you down no matter how far you go. And you'll get stuck on the terrain sometimes like that. Yikes. And then you'll be in trouble. I also have a lot of abilities on this character that I have. When I use my powers, I have the energy drain, which heals my health when I use a power on somebody, and then I've got this gun keeps my stuff charged up, and it gives me, I think it gives me health too. It's an exotic weapon. I've got my character builds like pretty
That
well
should slow them down.
set on things. Like, I know my builds pretty much inside and out. The
Conflicts
hunter
are lacking.
class I'm the worst at, because you have to be kind of... They're physically weaker. You gotta be quick and you gotta have a certain playstyle that I don't like as much. But this one and the Titan I tend to do pretty well with. Of course, this is the first game, so the second game might be different. I don't know.
Black Garden.
You can get the first game ridiculously cheap these days with like all the DLC, so... And there's still a few people to play it if you want to do the groups activities. You have to try to coordinate things, though. It's not designed for randoms. It's designed for you getting together with people that you know, which was problematic. I mean, and I don't want to sound like I'm bragging on it, but the amount of time I've put into this game, I am as good as 2 or 3 average players on my own. Like, I could do a lot of the group content on my own if they let you do it. Because there's 2 sets parts of group content. There's the strikes, which these are the weekly playlists and stuff. But each planet has, like, That's a strike, right? Um, and these are designed. What these will do is these automatically have matchmaking in them. Like when you load in, if you're not in a group already, it'll pair you with people, and you'll just be stuck with whoever you get. And sometimes you'll have good people, and sometimes you'll have trash people. Most of the time nowadays, people just speedrun just to get the rewards. They don't care about anything else, and that irritates me. I don't like to speedrun. I like to take my time through things. But a couple of things. Where is it? On this one, I believe this, the echo chamber, it won't matchmake you. You can actually get in there and you can play it with no matchmaking, and I've done that. I think that's the one. Is it the one? Where is it? Maybe it's the Undying Mind. One of the Vex ones, one of the robot ones you can do, and I don't think it's the Nexus. No, it must be the Undying Mind. Yeah. You can do that on your own, and I've done that a bunch of times on my own. But the game is designed not to let you. Like that and the raids, it won't let you do the raids on your own, which is a problem. Now, the last mission is this one. Now, I might still have a checkpoint here. I have a checkpoint set up so that I can continuously fight the 3 bosses over and over just for loot. So I'll probably jump in there and do that. And I'll do that on the base difficulty because it's already hard enough. If I don't have my checkpoint there anymore, then I'll be at the beginning. But I'm pretty sure I have the checkpoint on all my characters. Because this is how I used to farm the exotic items. I would just reload and fight and reload and fight and reload and fight while they just dropped a bunch of stuff. Because you have to go in, fight the bosses, and then while the mission's over, but before it's done counting off and getting to the menu, you have to leave and leave the level, so it doesn't save that you've done it, but it will let you keep all the loot that you've got from it, and then you just keep doing it over and over with the checkpoint fighting the bosses. Yep, it's got my checkpoint. I don't usually do it with this character, so it might be difficult. Yeah, there was a lot about this game that I did like. There was a lot of stuff that irritated me, but I poured in so much time. And you gotta watch out because these things will come after you. He didn't drop any loot, but that's fine.
The heart is dying. Keep fighting them.
Now you gotta go this side. The second statue's gonna load up. Make sure I got that. Because you got 3 bosses all in a row, so that's 3 chances for them to drop loot. Oh, he shot my grenade. Oh well. They have a lot of area of effect stuff, so you gotta watch out while you're reloading. I've played this a lot. This is the second one. He didn't drop an exotic either, but that's okay. You get 3 shots at it. And then, like I said, you can just keep repeating the thing over and over. See, now I don't have heavy ammo. This guy's the toughest of the 3 because he's got huge area of effect damage stuff. That'll do it, though. Alright. And then you just go to orbit while all this stuff is going on before the mission is over. And you'll have that checkpoint preserved, so you can go back, fight those bosses again, over and over and over again, as many times as you want. As long as you remember to leave, as soon as you've beaten that last boss, you leave. And then you load back in. You don't lose any of the loot. If you've already done the mission the right way, you've already gotten the experience from it. I used to guide people on how to do exotic farming when the game was still in full swing, because everybody was looking for a way to do it. And this was the easiest way. You get 3 chances, and you just can keep doing that over and over and over again. I got a lot of stuff that way. A lot of stuff. I think I've seen some of his stuff before. I think so.
What are you looking for, Warlock? Very fine. Be safe.
Don't need any of that. There's not too many of the OG players still around, though. Like, you'll still see somebody once in a while that you might recognize. Or a name of a group or something, because there were some clan people that were just awful. Like, I used to like automatically block certain people from certain groups, like anybody from FaZe, anybody from KSI. Not related, I don't think, to the guy KSI, but there was like a clan, KSI, Kingdom something or other. I don't remember what it was, but they were awful. Like, they were the worst, and I would always like insta block them from my list. Anytime I got put into an activity with him.
From one scholar to another. Wear it well. May the next crisis be less messy.
Let me see. I wonder if there's... Because you can see who's in, too. Like, you can see who's currently... Everybody that's currently in the game in your instance that's loaded in. You can see all the people with numbers. Almost everybody's got numbers and things because they have to, but then you have a few people that don't. Like, OG name, no numbers. Yeah, they're still around too. The FaZe people are still around. Everybody, they got like, they do esports and they get sponsorships to do stuff, and they've got their own energy drinks and burgers and stupid things. Oh, somebody just leaped off the side there. That's funny. They'll be back. The clan people were the worst, generally, in this game. The people in the clans were generally the worst. Like, super arrogant, wouldn't help you. Anytime that if you were trying to do an activity that was new, that they had done, but that you hadn't done, and you were trying to look for a group to be like, yeah, I want to do this raid because I want to get this armor, they'd be like, well, if you've never played it before, you need to go watch a Google video or a YouTube video. And they wouldn't help you with how to do anything. I don't know. I know KSI was just one of the clans in here, and they were awful. Like, they were trash. But, anyway, I never did join any clans with them. I had a brief clan with Rob and a couple people. But I ended up played by myself too often, so. So that's the main story finished. So now we've got House of Wolves. House of Wolves. Let's see. Was it House of Wolves first or was it Dark Below? Which one was first? Might have been. Oh no, it was Dark Below. So I have to figure out which is the first Dark Below. That's level 10. Let's see. Let's look at the moon first. Level 14. That's the last one, I think, in the Crota path. So then, were there any Dark Below on Venus? I don't know. I lost track of where some of the stuff was at. Did Mars have any Dark Below? I don't think so. Maybe that was the only. There's gotta be more than 2. I know there's more than 2 missions. The rest of them might have been just the strikes and things. Oh yeah, I mean, I've done everything. The only things I haven't done is... And I've done this strike too, just not on this character. I did this with some people. I haven't done that raid. That's the... By the time that came out, I was absolutely finished playing with groups, and I no longer wanted to play with people. I was so sick of it, and I was angry at the game designers. And that was the last bit before they moved on to 2. So that's the only raid I haven't done. I've done raids with people. That's right. So Dark Below is mostly... Okay. That makes sense then. There's only a couple of Dark Below missions then. Oh, there's one. There's another one. So 1 and 2. Yeah. Fist of Crota. We'll do Fist of Crota. See, the weird thing about this game was that none of them... You couldn't just go through the missions in order in a list because they didn't put them in a list. They had them scattered around. And as you went, it unlocked multiple paths and multiple things, and you didn't have a straight path from start to finish to do anything. Yeah, nothing was in a playlist. Like, you couldn't just list it and play it in order. You had to kind of guess around, and it was really annoying.
Sardon commands the hive spawn on Earth.
Sardon.
Find this monster and see to his end.
They're trying to turn around and get me, huh? Gotcha. Yeah, my aim is as good as ever, which means it's kind of trash right now. Trash aim. more, you guys? Alright, are you done? Now that's a boss from one of the strikes. You can't kill her now, she'll just disappear after you've done enough damage. Excuse me. Excuse me. You're not gonna get me with that. You better get out of here. And there, she teleports away. Yeah, because that's what they were trying to capitalize on. Bungie is the people that made Halo, so of course a lot of it's going to be reminiscent of that. But the way they did the weapons, they were trying to cash in on the Borderlands craze. Because I think Borderlands 2 was around at the time.
Sardon is the first of Crota's
And
disciples. His army helped shatter the moon.
everybody started doing loot shooters
His presence
after
here is a
Borderlands 2.
sign.
Like, it got to
The
be
Hive are
huge.
preparing to wake Crota's soul.
Crota. Got him. You can use that sword and fight stuff, but I usually skip it. Despite my aim not being the best, still pretty decent at this game. I found all of the lore collectibles, even the ones that you had to do the raids to get, except for the last raid, of course, since I didn't do that one. I unlocked anything optional that I could that didn't require me to do PvP and that kind of stuff. There were a few... I did do some PvP on this too, actually, believe it or not. I didn't like it, but I did it to unlock things.
The Hive do. Keep your eyes open.
Got some color palettes and some weapons and things that you can only get that way. That's right. He's going to limit my jumping. So I should probably do that. Because I'm going to need it. Yep. Ooh, lucky. He's usually a lot tougher than that.
Now that Sardon has fallen, come see me. There is more to do. The rest of Crota's disciples will not cease until Earth is ready for their master's return.
Yeah, I bet. Gonna activate another one of those for the next boss I might fight. Like this color palette that I've got with the glowing helmet, that's from one of the group activities. It's from it's from fighting Skolas in the Prison of Elders, which is basically like a raid. It's like a mini raid. It's tougher than a strike, but it's less than a full raid, and you need like 3 people still to do it. I've done it on my own though. I used to back in the day. Wasn't easy, but I did it. Prison of Elders. That's the high-end one. I used to do the lesser one. Not the challenge. Sometimes I would do the challenge because you see it's got the modifiers. If you got just the right set of modifiers, you could basically cheese through the whole thing. But you have to have just the right amount. Stuff that would give you strengths without pulling you down. Alright, so that was that. Now I gotta do the Rasputin bunker. Now this is kind of a tough one too. But I'll do that. That'll be fine. Ah, my nose! Guess it's time for a mustache trim. Mustache hairs are getting in my nose, making me itchy.
Rasputin is the last of the war mines. They were the greatest defense systems ever devised. A massive network of satellites and doomsday weapons built to protect humanity. Crota's army gathers near one of the war mine's hidden bunkers.
The war mines are AI.
Destroy Rasputin, or worse.
And this one's basically unleashed. He's been like sitting dormant for a while, and you ended up waking him up.
There's a secret entrance to the war mine's bunker beneath the Forgotten Shore. Stop the hive from reaching Rasputin.
Let's see. Like some other stuff. This Sparrow that I'm riding on was a loyalty gift for people who played for a certain length of time. Some of these were stuff that you could earn through some of the holiday things and through the Sparrow racing. Some of these ships were from doing strikes. This is from doing the extra prison activity. This is for finding a hidden boss somewhere on one of the big ships. This is for streaming on Microsoft's old Xbox streaming service called Mixer. And they use that for... No, I'm not trying to do anything with that.
Silent, but still fights to
Let me get out of that area.
We cannot let Crota's army find a way around the war mine's defenses.
Let's see. And this isn't even my main character. This is... I like this character, but it's not like... My Titan's my main one. That's doing the Queen stuff. This one is actually for participating in the high-level PvP, which was a poor idea, but I earned that from it at least. This is a holiday one. I've got some of those things, the horns. I forgot how to use the horns. Is that what that sounds like? Shouldn't sound like that. Huh. I don't know. After I do this mission, I'll jump on my Titan and I'll show you some of the stuff I got from that, because that's really where it's at. I wonder if these guys are doing the same thing. The Warmind mission. Whatever happened, he got him. I think they ran into each other. Those guys are probably playing games.
That music. Rasputin's in trouble.
He's in trouble. That's his song of sadness. I don't know. It's a cool little level. I mean, a lot of these levels are cool. I mean,
Find the control room.
the story was sporadic and barely connected, but, you know, the game itself was not a horrible game, and that's what irritates me the most. That they could have done so much more with it. You had a good base work.
They found a way inside. Don't let them reach Rasputin.
I won't. You want to be dead, please? Thank you. You gotta pace yourself with these levels, too. I mean, theoretically, a lot of stuff you can just run past if you really, really want to. And you can do speedrunning stuff, but I hate doing that, so... Alright, are we done with the little guys yet? No, not yet. Scumbag. In we go. This is a tough little arena
Find the controls.
section, too.
Make sure the Hive haven't destroyed Rasputin.
It is not easy, actually. You're gonna have to be real careful.
Something's wrong.
Get her to leave as soon as I can.
Omnigul. Silence her screams.
Yeah, you can't beat her yet because you have to fight her in a strike later. She's a boss during one of the strike missions. But she's going to go in there and direct traffic for a little while and summon a bunch of stuff. Those things explode, of course. She's gonna hide back there. There, got her. Alright. You gotta watch out for those vestiges, because they will hurt you. You gotta make a run for it a lot. Mobility is super important in this game. You gotta stay mobile. Ooh. 'Cause they will get you. Yeah, they will get you if you're not careful. As much as I might be making this look like it's easy, it's not really. Yeah, this is not as easy as it looks. There's the big guy. Ah, it crashed out on me. Of course it would. Dang it. That does happen sometimes too. Well, I mean, that was the end of the mission, though, anyway. You fight off the rest of that stuff, and then you're done. Now it's not going to connect me, because you have to restart a bunch of stuff. Like, you have to leave and then come back. So that figures. When it does that, sometimes it breaks your connection. Their servers were never very good, to be honest. And they gave up on them to work on the second game. They got super lazy. So just in case anybody wonders, I did not rage quit that. I was doing real good. I was at the very end, and it just kicked me out. But anyway, I'm going to switch to my Titan real quick before we're done, just so I can show off some of my accomplishments here. Because my Titan's my main dude here. This logo up here that's got my game tag on it, that's from the raid of Taken King. Let's see. That's what that's from. This is from pre-ordering the game. So I can show everybody that I was in like the first floor of everything. This color palette you can only get from doing the raid. That's another one from a raid. These are all original spares that you can't get anymore, I don't think. This is from doing PvP in something called the Iron Banner, which was a monthly event. I think it was monthly, where they had special prizes after you got to a certain level. You had to keep playing and you get points. You didn't always get... You got points whether you won or lost, but you got the most points for winning, being on a winning team. It was team-based. So I didn't do too bad at that because I had a team and we're allocating points, and, you know, I did alright with that. But I earned that ship from doing that. There's a funny story. Back when I was game sharing with Rob, he had this because he had pre-ordered the Super Deluxe Edition. I had only pre-ordered the regular edition. He had the Super Collector's $200 Special Edition. And this ship came with that. And while we were game sharing, I could use it because it showed it as being purchased. But once we stopped game sharing, I don't have access to it anymore because um, I can't activate it because you can't buy that anymore. You could only buy it during the pre-order, and that was it. This horn is better. I like that horn. What else do I got here? I earned that by finding a bunch of collectibles that you have to find these little rocks throughout the game leading up to the raid that I've got the logo from, and then you have to combine them into that weapon. That's my class weapon. That's okay. This is okay. That's from the raid. That used to be the most overpowered sniper rifle in the game until they broke it because people were overusing it. Rob used to use that for raids and strikes all the time, and then they broke it, so you can't really do it for stuff like that anymore. One of the swords, I didn't get into the swords because the sword missions were dumb. One of my favorite guns, the rocket launcher, just burns everything, leaves puddles of lava everywhere. That's another one from the collector's edition. I can't use it because Rob's got that and I don't. I got that from PvP. Got some of the legendary artifacts and things. I got legendary boots that I'm using to run around in. The exotic helmets. I use this chest piece all the time for a while because you got extra grenades and you got extra ammo and stuff. All the Halloween stuff that you can't just delete, you have to use it all up, and then it just makes your person look funny. Stuff like this isn't even in the game anymore. There's a lot of stuff that you collect that you don't even have that doesn't even work. Like, it's just there. It's pointless. All the guidebooks of stuff that I did. Let's see. All the stuff I unlocked. I was mad because I still wanted to get this shader because I thought it looked cool. This green and then shiny stuff. But I couldn't finish the last stuff in the book because it was, I think, PvP things. Or it was raid stuff that I couldn't do. I did a lot of this stuff. Let's see. Yeah, this here was the raid that I haven't done, so I don't have all those points. That's probably what did it. If I do it now, honestly, I'll probably be able to earn the points to get the thing, but I don't want to play with people. PvP, don't care. But I did win matches. I did get to the highest in the Iron Banner. As much as I hate PvP, I did it. I had a 7-match win streak. It wasn't me personally, though. I was on a team. So it's not like I won every match. I'm not good at PvP. I don't want to get anybody the impression that I'm showing off that I'm good at it. I was just okay as part of the team. I had a solid kill-death ratio for a little while, but that's because I got to a good point and then I didn't play anymore. You know? I did Trials of Osiris once to get to the end. That was the super elite PvP for the people who were like the best of the best, and I was on a team of people who did it regularly, and they carried me through it basically because I was okay. They got to hear some of my bad language though, because I get really upset when I lose in PvP, which is why I don't play it, because I know myself, and it's not fair to the other people. But I assume, my brain, regardless of whether it's true or not, my brain assumes that anytime somebody beats me in PvP, that they're actively laughing at me and making fun of me and treating me like garbage, which is not true. And it's a character flaw I have, and I know that. I just get too competitive, and I can't help it. It's just something in my makeup keeps me from being chill in multiplayer. I can't do it. So, but I managed to do one trip through the whole thing to get to the final rewards, so that was cool. Which one is this? One of these is the Sparrow Racing. I don't know. I did the whole book for the Sparrow Racing because I figured out the system. I figured out how the rubber banding works and how you got to do it. I'll remind everybody again how I did it in case, because I think you can still do Sparrow Racing in the game. I think you can activate that event for fun. But the way that it works, they made it competitive by the closer you are to the other people in the race, and there's 3 people in a race in a given time, the game will glue you together in a way. I called it rubber banding, where if you're too close to somebody, your speed will slow down to make it more competitive because you'll be jockeying for position, right? So if you have all 3 people together, you'll constantly be pushing and pulling against each other and it'll actually slow your speed down or speed you up if you're behind, but you'll stay within a range. You'll stay within that pod of 3 people. It sounds crazy when I say it, but it's a thing. And I figured it out. And my solution was this. And it worked. It's not like it was just something I came up with and it was just, well, it worked some of the time. It worked almost every single time. I won most of my races by doing this. When the race started, I would sit. I'd let the other 2 people go. They'd run off. They'd fly off the starting line and go. And I would wait for anywhere from 12 to 20 seconds at the starting line. I wouldn't budge. I wouldn't go anywhere. I'd just sit there. And then once that 20 seconds was up, I would gun it. And I would have the maximum amount of speed because I wouldn't be in that little bubble anymore. So the trick would be to go and then to get that rate of speed so high that once you caught up to the other 2, you'd go past them and you'd go through that little bubble of rubber band attachment because you'd be going too fast. And you'd go flying past them. And then if you kept your speed up the whole rest of the race for like the 3 laps or however many it was, you had it in the bag. They'd never be able to catch you because they'd be pushing and pulling on each other the whole rest of the thing, and they'd never catch up to you. Now, if you crashed or if you like slowed down or if you made a mistake, they'd catch up and then you'd get caught in the bubble. But the trick was just wait, just let them get a little bit of headway, and then just boom. And it worked almost every single time. It was ridiculously. Oh, here, this is. I was looking at the book the whole time. This is the Sparrow Racing book. It's the only one I completed, which can tell you that I was good at it. It's the only book that I completed. Did everything in it. I won 266 races. You got to do tricks like spin the sparrow and do things to get speed boosts. You can run into enemies and things because there'll be enemies on the track. You can't shoot anything because you don't have your guns on you, but the par race time on all of the tracks was 5 minutes and 30 seconds. And I've beaten it on every one of the tracks. And I don't even like racing. Well, I like to race in games, but I'm not good at them. just like PvP. I'm not good at racing games. I like to play Forza sometimes, but just to drive around. But yeah, I was good at the Sparrow racing. I was super good at the Sparrow racing. But yeah, so that's, and I did it with this character. This is my favorite character, the Titan. He's my favorite. He's my dude. He's a robot underneath that helmet. Let me see if I can switch. I think it's in the settings. Helmet off in non-combat zones. There, see, he's a robot. So they all got faces. Anyway, that's it. I've been rattling on about that, but that's how you Sparrow race. If you want the Sparrow race. And I'm gonna leave. Thanks to Deadpool to being in the chat, always lively, and I'm gonna do something else and have some food. So, have a good night.